Should Liz Truss become Prime Minister, and I expect now that she probably will, unless there's a miracle, miracles can happen. God, do we pray for a miracle. But unless there's a miracle, Liz Truss is almost certain to become the next Prime Minister of our country. And she then faces a choice. Does she follow her own rhetoric and produce a tax break, produce a tax cut, or does she favour the sort of Rishi Sunak approach and produce targeted relief, a sort of Duke-alax as opposed to a Duco tax? And the answer is very simple. The answer is very simple. A tax break, she will have to live, or we will have to live with the consequences of a mistaken tax break for years and years and years to come, a tax cut. But political laxative, well, that's only a short-term relief, and that will last as long as the fuel crisis lasts. And should the war in Russia be over and a decent peace arranged, then it's possible that the fuel crisis will be over. Things won't return to normal that quickly, but it would be a better target than a tax cut at this stage. So I have no idea whether Liz Truss will take advice. Kwasi Kwarteng, I think, is probably somebody who would take advice, and let's hope he will. At some point, I suppose I ought to go through Britannia Unchained, but I feel as if that would be like doing a tutorial, and it is such unbelievably turgid rubbish. So, but maybe if that's what we've got in power, that's what we need to examine. We need to examine, rather like examining Mein Kampf, which again is another turgid tome. But we shouldn't ignore what people say. What people say they're going to do is often what they do. And Putin's done it, and Liz Truss effectively has done it. Except we don't quite know what it is that she said, because there was an agreement between those people who wrote chapters that they wouldn't say which chapter they wrote. Ho, ho, ho. That's very convenient, isn't it? I wonder which chapter Liz Truss wrote. Eye rolling over. Off we go.